It comes from the mind. And if you're a person who's trying to improve your life, you have to be careful with who you surround yourself with. A lot of the time, you tend to see people placing their view of themselves, their value in the outcome. And if the outcome turns out bad, then they take on this like mental framing that they suck. Like it's, there's just a lot of, bad framings you can start to put in your own mind once you realize that you didn't achieve the outcome that you had initially planned for or desired. The reason why it's important for people like that to protect who's around them is because the majority of the world will place limiting beliefs on themselves. There's so many limits. From the moment you're born, there's laws, there's principles, there's all of these different things. And most people kind of conform to the box. There's a reason why the majority of people don't end up becoming CEOs, and especially not running, companies doing $1 million, running a business, especially not running companies, doing $1 million a year, let alone $10 million a year. And I think throughout my lifetime, the number one thing that I've had to be aware of is people who will limit themselves in terms of their belief of what's possible, not in terms of what's good or bad or, right or wrong, just what's possible. The further you get along the entrepreneurship journey, it's just funny, the groups of people that you meet and the way that some people really will just keep themselves in a box for the whole lifetime. And yeah, peace.